Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to It's All Black and White TV. And yes, this is the first show I've done since last Sunday because I have been away. But before we get into the show, if you do like what you see, please do smash that like. It really does help the channel up the search. So please do smash that like. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe. Come be part of this great community we have here. And also hitting that bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows, and it is free to do as well. Also, if you want to become a member, it's 99p. You can do that by clicking the join button. And also, if you want to make a donation, you can do that by clicking the $ as well. Yeah, so Newcastle versus Wolves pre-match live. I'll bring the team lineups as they come out in about the next 23 minutes. But first, I'm going to get into some comments and see what everybody is seeing in the chat. The weather is, by the way, absolutely atrocious here. It's been like this ever since. It's just absolutely awful. And it's just not nice at all. Right. Andrew says, BR football, thumbs up. Holly says, my score prediction is Newcastle to win 3-2. Yeah, that could be a scoreline. Yes, Holly. 2-0 to us. How are you, the lad? Says, yabba dabba do. Let's hope so, mate. Hi, Tony says, Trolls, hi to you, mate. Hope you're well. Mag debates, Toon, absolutely, mate. Trolls says, if Longy plays like he did last game, I hope we house subs him at half time or we are losing. Yeah, I'm just not happy with Longstaff at the moment. I don't think he's playing that well, to be fair. Mad Max says, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Cheers. Thank you very much indeed. Afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, Mighty Mag. Hope you're well, mate. Afternoon, Tony. Hope you enjoyed your break. Yes, I absolutely loved it. You know what? I'll talk about that in a moment. I'll just go through the comments and then I'll give you a little glimpse of some pics that I've put on there. Trolls, I'm confident if Longy doesn't play, but if he does, then have to step up big time. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to you, Julie. Hope you're well. BSC's afternoon. Tony, where's Toronto? Tony, I'm here, mate. I'm here. Still on holiday, Tony? No, I'm home. I got home Thursday. Yeah, I got home Thursday. Eventually, anyway. Took me 2 hours to get home from the airport as well. No, nice to be back. Tony, 6 minutes late. Yeah, I had to restart my router as well. So, middle of scoffing fish and chips there, blooming lush. Nice one. Julie's on the wrong account. I think they call Albania Europe's North Korea. I like Kim Jong-un, but I think he gets bad rap. Nah, nothing that wrong with Albania. Let's be honest. Tell you what, I'll be going back. I enjoyed it. Afternoon all. Good afternoon to you, Sefton. Hope you're well. Seeing Julie with multiple account where she winds up the Man U fans on TalkSport. Nice one. Good afternoon, Tony. Good afternoon, Gareth. Hope you're well. I just used this one account on TalkSport, lol. Julie's back with her account. Come on, you matey Max, says Sefton. Absolutely, mate. Nice to see Sefton in the chat. Hope you had a nice holiday, Tony. Yeah, fab. Absolutely loved it, Julie. Definitely. Lovely place to go at, you know. Good day, guys. 2-0 being optimistic, says Alan. No, not at all, Alan. You know, we want to win this game. Chris Dobie's just been shouting the darts. He hasn't had a great time with late, has he, Chris Dobie? So on Tuesday I left the UK when I'm a few days away to Tirana in Albania. Let's just say it's a very beautiful place, beautiful city. Still more for me to go and do there, but I absolutely had a great time. You know, the beer's cheap, the food's cheap, but the food's excellent as well. So yeah, I mean, look, here's just a couple of pictures I'll put up there. So, you know, that's called Skanderbeg Square, which is like the main square in Tirana. And you've got the backdrop of the mountains of the city. It's absolutely picturesque. It really is. Also, that's on the Skanderbeg Square. That is the National History Museum, which I didn't get a chance to go into, but I'm going to do that next time I go. I Love Tea, which is the I Love Tirana sign, and the backdrop to that, that is the Opera House there as well. And of course, the bakery do some lovely cakes, and there they are in there. That chocolate donut, I had that twice. They are lovely. They are absolutely lovely. We've got we've got two cakes, 2 cups of coffee, and they only come to like £4. You know, you get 1 cup of coffee over here, and it costs you almost £4 for a coffee. So that just gives you an idea of how reasonably priced it is over there. So absolutely fantastic. I am going to put some photos and videos together, and I'm going to do a little bit of a vlog. So I will stick that on the channel so people can have a look. I did the cable cars. That takes 15 minutes to get from the Tirana centre, well, just outside the centre of Tirana, up into the mountain, Mount Daiti. You do go up 1,600 feet, which is quite a lot, to be fair. But look, it's well worth it. 2 people, £23 return on the cable car. But it's absolutely fantastic. And the views from up there are just spectacular across the city, from the mountains. To get to the cable car, it costs 33 pence by bus for a half an hour bus ride. Yes, 33 pence. So look, that's what I'm saying. There's hidden gems out there, and this is the thing. I'm one of these. I like to go to places that people probably wouldn't think of going to, but Albania is starting to become an up-and-coming place now for tourism. So look, I would say definitely, if you ever get the chance to go, get yourselves there. So I say things are cheap. Got a pizza, onion rings, chips, chicken wrap, a beer and a Pepsi, and it come to like £9. That's how cheap it is. That's how cheap it is, guys and girls. So, I highly recommend it. If you get the chance to go, definitely go. Next time I go, I want to go to the Albania Stadium, which is the national stadium. And apparently if there's a pub in there, you can get in there and you can actually see the pitch and everything. So that's what I want to do next time I go over. But I will definitely be going back. That is for sure, 100%. Because as I say, I love places like that. I've been to Latvia before. Latvia's nice. But yeah, so, and I've done Poland, and Poland's really nice. But I must say, one thing I do want to say is about Albania is the people are extremely, extremely friendly. When I went to Poland, they're not as friendly as there, but they're okay, but they're not as friendly. But Albania, they're a different breed. They are absolutely fantastic. I went to one pub and the bar owner said, "Oh, where are you from?" And I said, "Oh, I'm from Newcastle." And he was like, "Oh, wow, great team," and all this, and it was like, and then he gave us a free shot. Went back there the next night, and he said, "What match do you want to put on? You tell me, and I'll put it on for you." And I was like, "Wow," because for the first night, I just went back to the hotel because I was shattered, and I watched the game on the iPad. And yeah, and then we went to a gastro pub, and the guy in there, as soon as I said Newcastle, he straight away said, "Oh yeah, Alan Shearer," So look, really, really nice people. Can't fault them at all. Scott O'Brien says, "Hi, Tony and viewers. 2-1 for the 2 and Sharon Gordon." Yeah, that's not a bad shout, is it? Got a super chat from Yaba, £5. Thank you very much, my friend. He says, "When Tonali's back, he'll be in the starting lineup, I think, and he will be a beast for us." Do you know what? I absolutely do think so as well. It'll be like having a new signing, and I don't think Longstaff will be playing as much once Tonali's in that side. Bias says, "I went to a place in Spain. It was twinned with Stoke-on-Trent. You could tell too." Wow. I've been to Stoke before. Afternoon, Tony says, "Jack, good afternoon there, Jack. Hope you're well." Mighty Max says, "That looks lush, Tony." Do you know what it is, mate? It's a lovely, lovely place. It really is. Them cakes, oh my God, yum, yum, yum. Do you know what they are? A lot of coffee shops are on there, but it doesn't matter. Wherever you go for a coffee, it's cheap as anything. some places are even selling coffee at like 50, 60 pence a cup, and it's, it's proper barista style as well. So love the look of them cakes, says Ian. Yeah. Thank you very much again, yeah. Barry's gifted 10 black and white memberships, so thank you very much for your generosity, my friend. And the people who have been given a membership is Theo is boring, Andrew Wright, Judgy Sports, RSV, Captain Fun, Lazy X, Naz, and Eodan. So they have all been gifted a membership. Thank you very much again, Yaba, for your generosity. Mad Max is surprised them lampposts haven't been scrapped. Tony, have you seen a Macam in Albania? No, I haven't, matey Mag. No, absolutely not. No, I've not seen a Macam in Albania. No worries, guys. Brilliant, mate. I know when I did watch a vlog before I went there, well, before I was going to Albania, when I was watching a few vlogs of what it was like, there was one guy in there. He was a Geordie as well, so so I'm not the only Geordie that's been there. When I grafted in Cranfield and Bedfordshire, there was an Albanian doing groundworks, and he was bluffing terrible. Another gaffer came and said he was a security guard a few months back. And Yabba again, thank you very much again, my friend. He's gifted another 10 black and white memberships as well. So thank you very much indeed for that, Yabba. And these people who have got them as well from Yabba is Scott O'Brien, Brian, Craig Graham, Paul Gardner, Mason, I Like Coffee, Tangi, Hellfox, and Mark. So thank you very much once again, Yabba, for your kind donation, mate. That's where the Macams deliver their stolen cars. Tony should have wrote Mr. Grimsdale to get cheaper Tirana. Do you know what? It's not that bad. Depends where you go for your drinks, but I mean, I got where I had my pizza and I had a bottle of beer, and that was about 80 pence. So not really that much expensive, to be fair. The bar I went to, the beer was about £2 a pint there, but again, well, I say a pint, it was like half litre, but it was lovely and can't fault it. FA looking into whether he's better than the UK. I think he may get punished if the FA can prove it, says Scott. Well, apparently they can look into it, because from even when he was betting in it, when he's being done by an Italian FA, because he's playing in our country, he's under this FA, they can actually implement another ban. Let's hope they don't. William says, is there a particular way to find a stream to watch these games? Because when I watch them, I'm not sure. I mean, I wouldn't know. You'd have to find that out somehow. My fear is what we do have is done for some time is hope we turn it on today, big style. Yeah, Wolves will be difficult today, let's be honest, We've got some cracking players in that team. Lamina, Pedro Neto, Semenyo. So they've got some good players. And I like the centre-back, Max Kilman. I think he's a cracking centre-back. Paul Hansen, afternoon, Tony. Hope you enjoyed your holiday. I think we win 3-0. Get us back on track. Let's hope so. Paul would need to. One thing we have lost with this team at the minute, and I haven't seen it for quite a while, is we don't have that intensity from last season, that pressing that we did last season. Yes, I know we've played Champions League games and things like that, but, we just, if we could bring that back, maybe, but we'll see. I don't mind helping out, says Yaba. Thank you very much indeed, mate. Thank you. I've always wanted to go to Hungary. That is on my list as well, Budapest, yeah. Well, I was, funny enough, going to go there, but the flights to Tirana were cheaper. So it was only £14.99 each one way. You know, it's crazy, and it was £16 coming back. So you know, Sandro wasn't here long enough, so can't see it being possible. Yeah, but you know what the FA are like, Julie. Anything against us, absolutely trolls. William Murray looked on the mag. They tell you where to watch. There you go. Or go on to nufc.com. They do have a list of stations on there as well if you have a look on nufc.com. I've been watching the first half of this game. The second half's on now. Huddersfield are currently 1-0 up over Leeds in the West Yorkshire Derby. And they had Jonathan Hogg sent off, their captain. But it's been a bit of a feisty game between these two. Ronald says, if the FA try to implement another ban on Tonali, there will be effing hell because he's serving a ban from a foreign league already. Absolutely, Ronald. Mad Max says, can't fall off of them prices, Tony. Cost me niece 12 quid in a taxi from Crimson to Hartlepool, mate. Shocking. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Our country is just an absolute rip-off. I mean, you're getting on a bus and you're going on a half an hour bus journey and it costs 33 pence. It's madness. It's madness. You know? Evening, Tony Nolan chat. Good afternoon to you, Wayne. Hope you're well. Yeah, it is. It just shows you. It just shows you how much inflated our country is on prices and things like that. It's just. It is. It's just absolutely madness. The team news should be out in about 7 minutes, so we will see who's on the team sheet. I'm hoping Willock starts today. You know, didn't look happy about coming off the other day, did he? Willock against Blackburn. I mean, look, I didn't get to talk about the Blackburn game much, so we'll briefly have a quick chat about that. But the game against Blackburn, I was disappointed. A team that are 16th in the Championship, I thought we would have put on a better display. I thought we would have won this game comfortably, if I'm honest. I mean, you know, I didn't expect this to go all the way through extra time and penalties. I actually thought, like I say, we won this game in 90 minutes. You know, Blackburn got that deserved equaliser because they played well. They could have beaten us, to be honest. We got lucky. We need to start ramping up these performances, though, because it's got to start ramping up. If we want to seriously challenge and be in Europe again next season, we need to start winning against teams like Wolves because now they are our competitor. You know, if they win today, Brighton win, they go well clear of us. And, you know, so we need to start winning these games. But Blackburn, I was just gobsmacked at the performance, and you know, I thought Dubravka had a very good game. You know, he saved the 2 penalties. Yes, okay. I know a lot of people are saying for the last penalty he was off the line, but that's the chance he's took because there's no VAR. If there was VAR, then yes, maybe that penalty may have been retaken. You know, Blackburn, I think, made an error when they put our first penalty taker on. I think it was Schmorix, because he'd picked up an injury. So you don't have an injured player taking the penalty, you know. He's probably not going to have the strength to kick it, to be fair, which he didn't. But thankfully they did put him on there. But yeah, I mean, look, we deserved the penalty win. But again, you know, all the penalties were good quality that were put in the back of the net. So I'm happy that we got through. But the only thing is, the draw came out. And when the draw came out and it was Man City away, I was like, gutted. You know, I was hoping for someone like Coventry, although Coventry would be a tough nut to crack. But the 2 teams I really would like to avoid was City or Liverpool. Not so much Man United, but City or Liverpool. And it happened to be another away game to City. So every cup game we've had this season in the FA Cup have been away from home. The Mackhams, Fulham, Blackburn, now Man City. Man City's where it could end our dream of lifting the FA Cup this season. But you never know. We could just do the Newcastle thing and go out there and defy the odds and go and beat them. You know? So let's see what happens. And that's for 2 weeks' time at 5:30 kickoff, which we know is on the BBC as well. Connor's only says Switzerland's a fantastic place to go, especially the scenery. Yeah, I do fancy going to Switzerland, but I find it's very expensive. I bet I'm not sure what the price of drinks and things is. Can see a little change in starting lineup, steady Eddie. 5 minutes to the lineup. Yeah, well, 3 minutes now. Ian says, I think we'll win today, like 3-0 confident. Yeah, why not, mate? Let's be confident. We've got to be. To be honest, I'm so happy that we aren't close to relegation zone, fighting for our lives. Stay up, absolutely, Jabba. And you know what? We aren't getting sucked into a relegation zone. I used to go to Crimson Dean as a kid, and I was full of Macums. I was shouting at them when I was 10 or 11. It was good banter. Yeah. I see what you mean there, Ronald. Yeah, because Hartlepool way isn't a Crimson Dean. I don't get people saying judge how when he has a full squad. You judge a manager when it's hard times. That's how good it is, in my opinion. Exactly, Charles. And the thing is, right now, if you see anything wrong on social media, on Twitter, whatever, Facebook about Eddie Howe, you get slammed for it. Now, if you go on there and you see he's under pressure, people are like, no, they're jumping on you. He's not under pressure. He's not under pressure. Don't be. Look. The thing is, everybody is under pressure. Every manager is under pressure. And I don't care what they say out there. Them fans out there can say, you can't see Eddie Howe's under pressure. Yes, I can. Anybody can say that. What about Pep Guardiola? Do you not think that man gets under pressure? Yes, the man's won trophies. Do you not think he's under pressure to win the Premier League again this season? Absolutely he is. And that's what I was saying. There's pressure everywhere. Even in normal jobs, there is pressure in everyday normal jobs. You've got targets to meet and things like that. So for people to be out there saying there's no such thing, you can't see Eddie Howe's under pressure. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because every manager is under pressure at the end of the day. Like I say, Guardiola isn't immune from, he's not immune from criticism. And we've seen it on Man City pages. But you see their fans jump on other fans saying you can't say that about Guardiola. No, absolutely not. Klopp gets the pressure. Klopp's probably under pressure. He wants to probably deliver every trophy this season before he hangs up and leaves Liverpool, So Arteta's probably under pressure because he wants to win Arsenal the league. So, all managers have pressure. It doesn't matter if it's in the Premier League or in the National League North. They all have pressure at the end of the day. The team news should be out in about one moment anyway. I'm doing very well, Tony, mate. Thank you very much. Right, okay. So the team news should be out now, guys. So we will see. Hopefully, it's 2:00, so it should be out. Normally does come out bang on time. And here it is. Right, okay. So we start with Dubravka in goal. Trippier, Shea, Botman and Burns. So Botman's back in. Bruno, Longstaff and Willock is the midfield three. Murphy, Gordon and Isak. On the bench, it's Karius, Lascelles, Barnes, Kraft, Hall, Livramento, Almiron, Anderson and Lewis Miley. What do you make of that? So, Murphy starting with Gordon. Personally, I would have said no to Murphy. I would have rather have had Gordon on the right and Barnes on the left, if I'm honest. So I feel a bit for Barnes. Yeah, I'm surprised Botman's back because if Botman has got an injury, then to be honest with you, I would rather Lascelles start ahead of Botman if I'm honest. But we have to trust the process, trust Eddie. He's gone with that team. He thinks that's the team that's going to go there and beat Wolves today. So let's hope he's right now. Pop that team news up on the screen right now. There we go. Do get your comments in and your thoughts on what you think of the team. Your answer has been answered, Beer. I just want to play it again for a change. Well, yeah, but our home form's not been that great either, Ronald. Yeah, well, there's no Miggy in the team. He's on the bench. Agree on that, Trolls. All right, if you like snow. Sweden was expensive. One beer on a tap at hotel and doors opened outwards. No menu. Yeah, it's expensive, Sweden. Troll says Norway is expensive as well. I think it will be. Football's a results game. Absolutely, Freddie Mercury's under pressure. Paul says Bulgaria's supposed to be reasonable prices. Yeah, I've heard Bulgaria's supposed to be cheap as well. Connor says, hate to say this, hopefully Botman doesn't play. I don't think his knee's 100% right. Well, he's in the squad, Connor, and do smash that like, mate. That'd be fantastic. Thank you. Thank you to Tony Ross, who's gifted 5 memberships. So we have got some new members in the chat as well. When I find them, there we go. And that is Wayne Mathieson, Jack, Ian McCubbin, John Rowland as well. So there we go. Thank you very much again, Tony Ross. You have to give Howard break with injuries last season. Agree with some strange selections, but previous 2 years have been good, yeah. BR Vikings under pressure. Longy again. Well, I'd rather have played Miley, to be honest with you. Yeah. Dubravka deserves it after Blackburn, yeah. But I still feel for Karius, though. I think Karius, didn't play that bad. Leeds have equalised 1-1. It's Patrick Bamford with a goal. Would have rested Botman. Longy's under pressure, surely he's got to be, yeah. Blakey, hi mate, he says, how Longstaff gets a game is beyond me. Absolutely. I wouldn't have put Botman in, no, definitely not Connor. Julie says, Longstaff, no, and Miggy ahead of Murphy for this game. Unless he's keeping Miggy for later on in the game when players tire. Burnwell, Derek will be pleased. Yeah, absolutely, the mighty win will be. We should offer Toronto FC a 2-for-1. Tiger says, yeah, we are screwed. Another shit performance incoming. Let's hope not, mate. Good lineup, says Holly. I hope Dan Burn doesn't get run out again. I think Tino needs to come on in the second half. Do you know what I think? is going to happen? Neto's going to be up against Dan Burn. You can see it now. Switzerland expensive, but lovely country to visit. So clean. No win since December. Home winner, it says. Longstaff for Mailey. In Eddie we trust, says Sefton. Grandad Shed says Longstaff's been awful. I would have given Anderson the nods. Yeah, but he's only just come back from injury, hasn't he, Anderson? So we can't really. Technically, we can't throw Anderson into the team straight away because it would be a bit unfair, wouldn't it, to throw him in there? Only when he's just come back, and we don't want him really. I think he may come on in the second half maybe and get some minutes in his legs, which will be fantastic. Okay, so the Wolves lineup. Is Jose Sarr in goal, Semedo, Kilman, the captain, Craig Dawson, Totti, Aitnori, Lamina, Tommy Doyle, Sarabia, who's playing well at the moment as well, Pedro Neto, and Bellegarde. On the bench is Bentley, Doherty, Bueno, Traore, N. Lamina, Hugo Bueno, Okduun, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Okudua, Chirewa, and Fraser. Not Ryan Fraser, by the way, guys, so don't worry about that. It's certainly not Ryan Fraser, but that is the Wolves lineup. And again, I will put that Wolves lineup anymore for you, so you can have a look at the Wolves team. Thank you, Tony, bud. 1-1. I've got Willock first goal. Glad Willock's playing. Would like to have seen Tino play, says Ian. Absolutely. Pro Nagelsmann, and the reason why is he goes, so he changes his tactics to suit the game he's playing on, Eddie. It won't change, and that will sack him. He's a one-dimension manager. Look, the Nagelsmann stuff, look, I don't want to really talk too much about it. We don't know where the links have come from. They've come from Germany. Somebody must have obviously said something, because you don't just pull out a manager's name. We know he's a good manager. We know he does like changing tactics. He started off at Hoffenheim where Joe Linton was. Look, at the end of the day, we just back Eddie. Sefton says 3-0. Yeah. Blakey says Longstaff needs to go in the summer. He will make 100% profit on whatever we get. Do you know what? I've said this, Blakey. I've said this for quite a while now, that Longstaff needs to be sold in the summer. And I said, even if we get 25 million, and I was told, no, we want 40 million. And I'm like, you're not going to get 40 million for Longstaff. Never. You'll never get that for Longstaff. And if we get 25 million, grab it and run. Absolutely. There's the Wolves lineup as well. Brian says, change my mind, 3-1 Wolves. Oh, God, Brian. Let's hope not, mate. Let's hope not. Miley, young lad, don't burn him out. I don't trust Eddie anymore, says Trolls, because of the keeping his favourites on. This might be a loss again. I hope they prove me wrong. If Targets gets back in the squad, he will drop all. That's the funny thing, though, Connor, the whole situation. I don't know what's going on there. Is he trying to make a point that because it was Nashworth saying and he doesn't like him? Is there I think there's some clause. I'm sorry, but as much as people keep saying there isn't, I think there's a clause in that contract somewhere that if he doesn't meet a criteria of playing a certain amount of games, we don't buy him and he ends back up in London. And I seriously think he'll be back at Chelsea in the summer. And, because nobody has actually mentioned what's in this contract. Nobody knows. And that is the thing. It could be if he plays more than, say, 10 games in the season, then we have to buy him. And maybe we don't know. Wayne says, Willock will find his form. He just has to come back from injury. Absolutely. Be good to see Willock and Gordon link up the left. Mac, our last chance on Murphy. If he doesn't perform, give him a free transfer at 5 p.m. 4-3-3 again, says Brian. You'll remember today, by the way, Brian, courtesy of Yabba Dabba Doo. I'd go out and sign Neto in the summer. Do you know what? He's a cracking player. Mad Mag says, completely agree. Tony Ross, he should be managing his game. He puts in the time, some hours in for a ban. Yeah. Paul Hansen says, bench strongest we've had in a long time. I hope we play Livermento, but we have played Burn in the defence and Botman on the bench. I think if there's a risk, Botman shouldn't start. Tristan says, Tony, every manager in this league has have it yet to plan how to beat us because Eddie Howe's a one-trick pony. I do admit Eddie Howe doesn't have he doesn't have a plan B, does he, as such? Can't see the bench, says Trolls. You couldn't see which bench, the Newcastle bench, Trolls, or the Wolves bench? The Newcastle bench, Trolls, is Karius, Lascelles, Barnes, Kraft, Hall, Livermento, Almiron, Anderson, Miley. Tony Ross says, I'm pleased in a way the Chinese lad isn't playing. Oh, the South Korean Hwang Hee-chan, yeah, he went out injured the other night. Paper Talk. It came from Bayern Munich chief reporter. Love it, Sefton. I wish I had your optimism. Yaba says Longstaff is a championship player, but in the Premier League is about a 60-minute player at best. I have to agree. 2-1 says Mad Mag. So Tony, you're a football fan. So what do you act like a cult mentality? Newcastle is a club, not a manager. We've had enough, so nothing. Yeah, Eddie hasn't won us anything yet. But you act like he's God. I'm not acting like Eddie's God. All I'm saying is every manager is open to criticism, Tristan. And I said this before. People out there, if you can't put it on social media that you want to criticise a manager, Every manager's under pressure. Every manager's open to criticism. Pep Guardiola's open to criticism. Man City fans criticised Guardiola for playing Kyle Walker against us when they won 3-2. Because Kyle Walker shouldn't have been playing because he'd been playing away from his missus and he wasn't in the right frame of mind. And that's why Gordon outstripped him in that game. You know, but did you see other Man City fans jump on the Man City fans saying, oh, you can't say nothing like that about Guardiola? No, of course I don't. Because they know a manager's open to criticism. It's just some of our fan base can't understand that yet and can't grasp it. And that's the problem. Maybe it's fans that have jumped on the bandwagon. Targets isn't good enough. No, he's not. Ron says, "Hi Tony, you are certain someone as a mod on other channels and now completely blocks my comments." Sussed. Yeah, no worries, mate. Trevor says, "Hi guys, do you think the refs are getting used to crap United diving and crying when they're not going their way?" I haven't seen a lot of them, to be honest, Trevor. But look, yeah, it's not great, is it? 4-3-3 is extremely flexible off the ball. We are 5-4-1. Eddie's not a one-trick pony. He's limited resources this season. Did you hear Man United wanted Potter as their manager? I've heard that, yeah. Give Eddie a chance, he will come good. But managers are based on results. And as you said, after the season. So, facts are Eddie has failed this season. Last season can't cover that. Problem is, when we go 4-5-1, it's far too back and off and part of the bus. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that one, Trolls, as well. So there's the Newcastle team back on for anybody who's just seen the team news as well. What do you make of that? No Almiron in the side. He's on the bench. Jacob Murphy starts again. Botman's back in, even though he's had some sort of issue. Should we be risking Botman? Should we have played Lascelles and kept Botman on the bench, rested him? Honestly, I say yes, Botman shouldn't have played today. But, you know, again, that's Eddie's call. He's made that call and he thinks it's right to play Sven Botman in that role. So we have to go by what Eddie Howe has said as well. Right. Just... I fear for we're in trouble today, says Bia. Eddie does have credit in the bank for last season. However, if we don't get Europe this season, he'll be under massive pressure, in my opinion. Tactically, he's made big mistakes as Blake. Yeah. What you got to remember is, at the end of the day, PIF are ambitious owners, and it's how ambitious they want to be. And there's not a thing anybody can do about it. If they decide to say in the summer, boom, manager changes. No Richie on the bench, no. No Richie, so maybe he's injured. Stick a fiver on a bottom and score. Tristan says, I think unless we stop using tripod as an attack, we will start play through the middle, creating the usual. We will keep failing. He's got 14 goals from nothing this season, and Hughes willing to set him up. Are you writing the FA Cup off because we got City? Tristan, not being funny. If we got another final, despite the injury games, I would say still progressing away. Yeah, Mag, absolutely. I mean, look, just because we've got City doesn't mean to say we can't go there and beat them. Who says we can't beat them? City might have an off day. Who knows? German lad is half playing well against Littler in the darts thus so far, 5-3 up. Miggy is like Maxi good with the ball, but no end product. He needs to be more clinical, absolutely. I think Miggy will be gone this summer. Looks like Wilson's going in the summer. Reports from Joel Bland, who I think is quite... He's all right, Joel Bland, and he does seem to get things right. Apparently Wilson was unhappy that they didn't let him go in January. Look, if that's correct and Wilson wants to go, Look, at the end of the day, if Wilson wants to leave at the end of the season, then let him go. For me, he's too injury prone, and look, if we get 20 million for him, sell him and move on. Simple as. That's what we've got to do. So we'll just wait and see. Wait and see at the end of the season. What happens with the Wilson, and whether he stays or he goes or whatever. But I think if we can get a bit of money for Callum Wilson, then I say absolutely take it. Because you've got to take it. Yeah. Sorry, turning my phone. Trips use Isak as a focal point to play Willock off him. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. We're not beating City. That midfield can't stop being De Bruyne, Haaland. That's a fact. We couldn't beat Luton. They smashed down to pieces. I but Atletico wanted Wilson on loan, didn't they? Yes, they did. People need to realise that we are in a big project. It takes time to develop. We went out the Champions League on a dodgy handball and out in the Carabao Cup with bad refereeing with 14 injuries and the suspension. Right. Champions League, we didn't do game management. Unfortunately, the game management wasn't there when it should have been. If we'd managed it better, we could have got a draw and been in the Europa League. Carabao Cup, I still see Miggy was at fault in a way for their goal. And I'll tell you why I think Miggy was in fault for their goal, because he had the ball at their corner, at the corner flag in the Chelsea half, and all Miggy had to do was keep the ball there. But no, he couldn't keep the ball there. Tried to play, and they got up the other end and scored. If Miggy keeps the ball there and shields the ball, then you win the game. And that's what would have happened. We would have been playing that final last weekend. Troll says Wilson should be happy he's got to play Champions League. So if he's sulking, he can go. Yeah, absolutely. 50 pence for Wilson. Rowley says, hi, Tony. Look, Edwards said that he didn't want to go, but desperate to stay. Someone is wrong, but I think Wilson goes in the summer. Yeah, look, I've seen it from Luke Edwards, but then Luke Edwards has also said on his post, if you read through it, because Joel Bland actually commented and said, no, that's what he's heard, and Luke said, oh, well, that's fair enough then if you've heard that. But yeah, look, we've got to upgrade on Wilson in the summer because, he's too injury prone. Isak is another who spends much more time on the sick bench than the pitch. Tony says Gary D. Absolutely, Gary. But there again, we don't know what's happening. Are we just giving him injections to keep him playing? Because that's the rumours going around. He's getting injections for every game to play him until the summer, and then he's going to have surgery, which I think's wrong. Sell Wilson, Miggy, Longstaff, Burn, Murphy, and bring in some real quality to take us up another level. Do you know what, Blakey? Absolutely. I'm sick of seeing people saying, oh, well, we'll probably go for Solanke. We'll probably go. No, don't go for Solanke in the summer. Don't go for Lloyd Kelly. We need to start going quality players. We need players who are going to take us to the next level. And look, Solanke's having a good season, but he may not have a good season next season. Mad Max says Eddie hasn't had a bad season. He's just had an unfortunate one yet. How are the lads that speak confident? Absolutely, Tony. My phone is meant to be a faking. Mac says, do you think the fans will support Dubravka or remain bitter? Do you know what I think it is? I think Dubravka's putting in all these big performances now, and it's no disrespect to him because I don't blame the guy, but I think he's putting in all these performances so that in the summer, if he gets a move, he'll go. And I think Dubravka will go in the summer because I can't see him wanting to play second fiddle. Not at his age now. Now he's 34 now. He'll want to move on somewhere else. Davey Porter, hi mate, hope you're well. Looks like another painful watch yet again. Eddie's favourites over a better players who are on the bench. I mean, look, yeah, I agree in some ways because look, I would rather have seen Harvey Barnes on the left, Gordon on the right, because I didn't think Murphy was that great the other day. Thought he had a poor game. Yeah, I agree. Let's hope we get some sort. I'll take a point now. Do we can raise 130 some players to get Osimhen, says Yaba. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? But we need European football if we want to get players like him in the door. How can people slag Isak off 14 goals more than anyone? And that's Newcastle fans blame our top player, not the man running him into the ground. Slagged these 10 goals in the Prem before this season, so no, thank you. Put that Adidas deal coming in at last. Deal coming in yet. Great Tony about Dubravka, yeah. Absolutely. Look, I mean, my score prediction for today, look. My heart says it'll be a 1-1 draw. No, sorry, my heart says it'll be a 2-1 win for us, but my head says a 1-1 draw. I'm not letting my heart rule my head, so I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. I'm going to play safe 1-1. If we win it, fantastic. I'll take that all day if we win it. But if we don't win it, don't lose the game. Simple as, you know. Adidas deal, Champions League money being televised, a lot of games. All this helps our transfer kit in the summer. It's going to be busy. We could spend 200 million, no bother. Absolutely blatantly. And then if whatever players got the door, if like the Longstaff go, we get 100% profit on Longstaff. So, yeah, I totally agree with that. Guys, I've got 57 watching at the moment, so thank you very much. So if you do like the channel, please do give this channel a like. It does help the channel, and it means new viewers find it more easy. So if you haven't yet given it a like, please smash that like. It only takes a couple of seconds. That'd be fantastic. And if you're new to the channel, come and smash that subscribe and join this great community. It is free to do so, and the bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows as well. So yeah, so do give it a like. Ronald's going 3-1. Ginger says, if we don't win the next 3 games, should we sack Howe? Well, look, we know he's going to be under pressure. I don't know the answer to that one, I'm afraid. We'll have to see. Let's see how today's game goes first. You know, we know the games aren't getting easier, but we need to win today to stay within that group for the European places. So it's going to be, it is going to be one of those games that we need to win. I mean, next Monday we've got Chelsea away. So look, we need to beat Wolves. We need to go to Stamford Bridge and beat Chelsea to be in that top 7. If we don't win today and we don't win against Chelsea, I think the European places could be dwindling away. My heart says 5-0. My brain says a loss, but who knows? Can't see we're walloping them 5-0, trolls. Gary says, bet you could put money on it that Eddie won't make the change until the 60th minute mark, Tony. Do you know what you could do? You could put a bet on that, yeah, absolutely. 2-0, Share, Screamer and Miley off the bench. We are at home. We will knock it out of the park. Let's hope so. But they're a good, let's be honest, Wolves are not a bad team. They went away to Brighton and won the other night in the FA Cup. They're a good side, Wolves are under Gary O'Neill. And, I look at Bournemouth and think, you got rid of him. Yes, okay, they're doing well under Areola. But if I had gone the other way and gone tits up, Bournemouth fans would be questioning their owner. Well, why did you sack him? Injuries, no excuse anymore. No, absolutely not. 2-2, says Blakey. Grandad Shed says, Sky reporting rubbish Ori Ashworth that he has been taught to Potter to replace Ten Hag. Yeah, he can't do. He's on gardening leave. Mr. James says, I'll take a draw. To be honest, you guys need an Aspria in your team. Used to love watching that Newcastle team. Yeah, welcome to the channel, mate. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel, and don't forget to hit that like as well. Yeah, absolutely, mate. We got to play catch up now, and that's the unfortunate thing. The FFP stops you. But again, after Everton got deducted only 6 points now instead of the 10 because of one on appeal. I've seen some fans say, why don't we just go out there and spend the money, and if we get hit with a 6 point deduction, we can make that back up. And do you know what? They're absolutely spot on with that. But I don't want to be hit with any points deductions. We have wasted money on Tino. He's different class. Exactly. We haven't wasted money at all. Ricardo Voss, hi mate, hope you're well. He says, hope Ed Howe has the balls to pull off players' mind if they're not performing. Tony Warlast reckons he's scared to pull off players in public because fans don't like it. What a crock. Fuming. Well, he's going to have to start making these decisions. If you want to be a top manager, and if Eddie Howe wants to be a top manager, this is what I'm saying. He's got to start making these decisions. Some people are questioning, has Eddie got the pull for the big players to come to the club? And that is the question. Has he got the pull? So again, we don't know. Tristan says, Tony, we haven't won a home in 3 months. Last season, yes, we could back a home win, but this season I've given up. Time for TTR. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Thank you very much, trolls. Gary says, we don't seem to be seeing that attacking football. No, we're not seeing that. We're not seeing that intensity of last season, and we've got to start showing it now. Did you know Aspria's son is at Watford? He's got a future. Yeah, he has. Well said, Mr. James. Macca says, are you doing shows with John again? You were on the same show last week. Yeah, I was on the American Magpie. Look, to be honest, I would love to have gone on with John again and done a show with John. But other people have informed him not to do a show with me, so i.e. mods. Look, like I say, if John's welcome to come on this channel anytime he wishes, but whether he will or not, I don't know. I'll ask him again. Because look, when some things were said, yes, but then, sometimes you just got to move on and get on with life. Ronald says, Little has some talent, he has up the ante, and he supports a shit team like Man United, yeah. Great show, Tony. Cheers, Julie. Thank you very much. Yeah, guys and girls, so we're come to the end of the show now, but if you have liked it and you haven't yet dropped a like, please do drop a like. It only takes a couple of seconds just to click that thumbs up. It just means that it keeps the channel up towards the top of the search, and it means new viewers find the channel easily. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe. Come and be part of this great community here. We're on our way towards 1,200. So it'll be fantastic to get there soon. And also, hitting that bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows as well. Even when we're not live or haven't got any shows on, you can still become a member by clicking the join button. It's 99p a month, and you can always make a donation in the chat by clicking the $sign. All money is reinvested back in the channel as well. As I say, I am going to put a travel vlog up of me trip to Tirana this week. Sorry, so I will put that up there, and you can have a little look at what I did in Tirana in Albania. These mods are ridiculous. They hate me, says Bia. Why is that, Tony? It was just something that went on with me and John, and look, it was all because of something to do with Man United, and he didn't like it. So look, but we talk now. But I would like to do a show with John again, but whether that'll happen or not, but who knows? One day it may happen. Ian says, does John or the mods run the show, Tony? Absolutely. Great show, Tony and everyone. Cheers, Mighty Mag. Mad Mag says, cracking show, Tony. Take care, everyone. How are the lads? Absolutely. Great show, Tony, says Ian. Cheers, mate. And great show, Tony, says Tony Ross as well. Thank you very much indeed, mate. And thank you for your donation again. Gary says, John should make his own mind, Tony, not listen to other people. Absolutely, Gary. I agree. Because I get on well with John, to be fair. Julie says, goodbye. Take care. See you at the TTR. Yeah, don't forget, Toon Reviews. Got to watch along. I think Jack may have one as well on Toon TV. So there's plenty there to go on to. Go and join Paul and Billy, or go and join Jack. I haven't noticed my comments deleted on John's yet. Good luck for the rest of the season, lads, after today. Thanks, Mr. James. Obviously, a Wolves fan. Thank you very much. Gary O'Neill's done a good job for us. Always a good show, Tony Chia Scott. Great show, Nolan Chat. Thank you very much. Auf Wiedersehen. How are the lads? How are the lads, Sefton? Auf Wiedersehen to you as well, my friend. Right, so that's said and done. I'm going for a 1-0. I'm going for a 1-0. Am I going for a 1-0 draw? Yeah, I'm going to go for the 1-0 draw. But if we get a win, I'll take that. That's a bonus at the end of the day. Mad Max says, stick with Chris and the American Mag, Tony. Cracking platform with all the best Toon content creators on there. That's absolutely true. And yeah, it's nice to be part of his channel as well. 3-1 says Mighty Mag. Absolutely. Okay, until then, let's enjoy the game, and we will find out after quarter 5 whether we've won, lost, or drew the game. So we'll find out then. But until then, remember, the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white. I'll see you all later. Time to go and grab a beer, watch the game. Till then, how are you, the lads?